Today on Eagle Nation News, Mr. Toth, the current principal of Rock Hill, is heading to Walnut Grove. Case Spears meets Mr. Toth and looks into his career transition. It's a classic whodunit. Madeline Wentz takes a behind-the-scenes look at Prosper Theater's most recent play, Clue. The holiday season is officially here. Alyssa Ventura explores the Christmas celebration at Town Hall.
Good morning, Eagle Nation, and thank you for joining us. Today's Friday, December 9th. I'm Parker Reynolds.
And I'm Landry Long. Parker, we only have 5 more days of school left.
Yeah, it's crazy. With the rest of today and next Friday's half day, we really only do have 5 days left.
Right, and that means we have one more show left of the year.
But I heard it's going to be exciting, and speaking of exciting, Highland Park has a brand new great place to use the restroom. Or maybe not. Earlier this week, a sign appeared in Highland Park advertising a new Buc-ee's being built and stating the best place to pee in HP. However, a spokesperson from the company said, quote, "Our guests will have to travel to one of our other DFW locations for award-winning clean restrooms, as Buc-ee's is not opening a store in Highland Park." The sign was later removed as hope for the Buc-ee's came to a halt. Maybe one day Prosper will get a Buc-ee's of its own.
Scooters are coming back to Dallas. Due to the 2020 pandemic, scooters have been banned from the Dallas community over the past 2 years, but the city plans to provide over 500 rental vehicles with 3 new vendors. To counter for the overcrowded issue, the city has created no-ride zones to spread out the distribution of the scooters. Dallas residents and visitors can plan to see these scooters on the sidewalks in the next few weeks.
Next time I'm in Dallas, I'll be for sure on the lookout to ride one of those scooters.
Yes, and I'll be looking out for that Buc-ee's next time I'm in Highland Park.
Yeah, and everyone should be on the lookout for the new high school. Prosper ISD recently announced the new zoning for Walnut Grove. Case Spears highlights Walnut Grove's new principal, Dustin Toth.
Dustin Toth has been a part of Prosper ISD for the past 5 years, 3 years with Rock Hill and 2 years with Prosper High School. At the end of October, Prosper ISD announced that Mr. Toth will be the first principal of Walnut Grove High School. This will be the second time that Mr. Toth has been principal of a new Prosper ISD high school its opening year. The former Rock Hill principal stated that his decision to transfer to Walnut Grove was a family one and that he wanted a fresh start and a new challenge for himself by opening up a new high school.
I think one of the biggest things was my family. So I have a freshman daughter that is at Rock Hill now. So, we live in the Walnut Grove zone, and so she would be zoned for there, and all of her friends are going to be going there. So, she was really kind of wanting to make the move, and it just felt natural to go there, and I had a lot of fun when we opened up Rock Hill, so getting the opportunity to do it again, was pretty exciting.
Mr. Toth further stated that he wants students attending Walnut Grove next year to utilize the advantages and freedoms of a brand new high school.
I think to take advantage of the opportunity. Like I said, we're going to have 1,600 kids, and so anything that you want to do, that you weren't able to do at either Rock Hill or Prosper High, you can do it at Walnut Grove just because of the enrollment. So if you want to play multiple sports or be involved in multiple clubs and things like that, take advantage of those opportunities because they're there, because you're going to have the same things that you've had at both schools, just on a smaller scale. So be involved, get involved in the school and enjoy it.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Case Spears.
Mr. Toth successfully opened the doors to Rock Hill and plans to do the same with Walnut Grove.
Yes, and although neither of us are planning on attending the new high school, we are both looking forward to see what Mr. Toth brings to the Wildcats. Speaking of Wild, Lana Del Rey made an exciting announcement this week. Stay tuned, Talent Talk is up next.
The National Art Honor Society is collecting goods for the residents at the Settles Ridge Care Center. Students and teachers can drop off any goods from the list in the drop-off box by the cafeteria or in room 3209. The goal is to collect as many goods as possible in order to help local senior residents throughout the holiday season. Handwritten cards are also welcome.
The royal family continues to stay in headlines, and this week is no exception. Tyler Medeiros is live in studio with all this week's updates in Talent Talk. Tyler?
Thanks, Landry. Singer Celine Dion revealed in an emotional video yesterday that she has been living with a rare neurological disorder called stiff person syndrome that causes pain and mobility issues. The state of her health has forced Dion to postpone her European tour scheduled to begin in February. Dion stated, quote, "I'm working hard with my sports medicine therapist every day to build back my strength. Hopefully her recovery is a quick one." In more positive music news, Lana Del Rey announced on Wednesday that her latest album titled Did You Know That There's a Tunnel Under the Ocean Boulevard will grace the ears of fans March 10th. The title track was released along with the announcement. Lana also unveiled the cover art, which lists featured artists including John Baptiste, Father John Misty, and Bleachers, among others. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's 6-part docuseries, appropriately titled Harry and Meghan, released its first 3 episodes on Netflix yesterday. In the tell-all series, the couple opens up about their romance, the inescapable British media, tensions within the royal family, and much more. I won't spoil any secrets, but I will say that many viewers speculate Buckingham Palace will cut remaining ties with the ex-royals. Stage performance is a completely different kind of drama than Harry and Meghan. The art of theater is a multifaceted craft. It's a mystery how thespians manage it all. Madeline Wentz reveals how one student stepped out of his comfort zone and into the spotlight.
Clue, the classic murder mystery board game, is brought to life by Prosper Theater this weekend. The play depicts a cast of colorful characters following a murder, and hilarity and chaos ensue as they investigate the crime. One of the suspects, Professor Plum, is played by senior Gabe Torres. He auditioned for Clue because he thought it would be fun to try something new, but he doubted his ability to secure the role.
Honestly, I did not expect to be casted whatsoever. I was very excited to find out that I had not only be a part of the cast, but to be one of the leads. And it being my first show being an actor, and I was very excited to start the whole process.
For Torres, acting in a play is an unfamiliar experience. He has been involved in Prosper Theater for 4 years as a technician, and this is the first time he's left the crew for the cast. The director of Clue on Stage, Christopher Coleman, cast Torres as Professor Plum because he saw in his audition the energy and commitment he was looking for.
As a technician coming and doing his first acting audition, you don't know what to expect. He came in and he had a character that he had actually worked on and developed on in his monologue that he auditioned with. And he's able to do that on his own. Imagine what he could do with a little bit of direction.
Torres, with the guidance of Coleman and the rest of the directors, has become one of the top technicians in the Prosper Theater department. Though he has performed comedy in the past as a member of the improv troupe, acting in a play requires a completely different skill set. Stepping into the spotlight after years of being behind the scenes is not an easy feat.
I basically have to be somebody that I'm not. Professor Plum, he is always trying to be flirty, get in with the other cast members, and coming from a technician background, it's kind of the opposite of what I'm used to doing and working, so changing my routine and how the show gets done is really the most challenging part.
Overcoming these challenges has made Torres a more well-rounded thespian, capable of theatrical talents both on and off the stage. I'm Madeline Wentz, reporting for Eagle Nation News.
The show will take place in the Black Box tonight and tomorrow night.
And if the show is anything as like the board game, I'm sure it will be great.
Yes, I definitely want to catch a show.
And speaking of catching things, I hope to catch the game because Prosper plays Duncanville this Saturday. Game time is up next.
Senior superlative voting is open for all seniors. The link to vote is through your advisory teacher. You can vote until Thursday, December 15th. Please contact Ms. Hamlin if you have any questions.
Prosper football continues their December run. Grace Escobar is in studio with this week's Game Time. Grace, you going to check out that Buc-ee's?
I'll be sure to check out that Buc-ee's, Parker. The football team is on their way to the state semifinals. The Eagles had an exciting 24-13 win over Louisville last Saturday. The Eagles are bound for the 5th round of the playoffs for the first time since their championship run in 2008. The Eagles will match up with Duncanville at the Dallas Ford Stadium tomorrow at 4. Moving from field goals to free throws, the boys basketball team is 4-7 after a 79-69 win over Herman last weekend. Tonight, the Eagles will face off against Plano West at 7:30. Sticking with basketball, the Lady Eagles are 7-4 after a dominant 47-25 win over Rockwall Heath on Tuesday. The Lady Eagles will go head-to-head with Frisco Lone Star tonight in the arena at 7:15. In wrestling news, the Lady Eagles are currently taking part in the Texas Women's Classic meet at Louisville High School. The meet will continue throughout the weekend. Also taking place this weekend, the boys wrestling team is competing in the Tournament of Champions today and tomorrow at the Maroon Athletic Center. With the winter season approaching, new attractions begin to arise. Alyssa Ventura highlights an event in downtown Prosper that is sure to make long-lasting memories.
For many, the holiday season is meant to be a time spent with loved ones. Prosper's annual Christmas festival features holiday activities suitable for people of all ages.
The festival comes around like every year, and so it's always like a tradition to me to be able to go. And there's so many things that are for everybody. When I was younger, I would always go to the bounce houses, and that was always my favorite things and all the games and activities.
Along with providing entertainment for the children, it brought joy to the parents to see the kids having fun.
I come to this festival mostly because of being together with my family and for all the fun activities we can do. And I also love the music that they play here, and also spend time with the community, with all the people around here that I know.
Not only does this festival help to bring families closer together, but it also gives the opportunity to Prosper residents to celebrate the holiday season together.
And Christmas is one of my favorite holidays. So being here and be able to spend time with my parents, it's just a great feeling overall.
Of all the festivities, my personal favorite was watching the community gather around and light the Christmas tree. Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Melissa Ventura.
That event looked like so much fun, and I wish I was able to make it.
It definitely got me in the holiday spirit. And speaking of the holidays, make sure not to miss next week's episode of ENN for a very special festive show.
Yeah, Landry, and that's all we have for you today, Eagle Nation. Once again, I'm Parker Reynolds.
And I'm Landry Long. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next Thursday. Have a great day, and go Eagles.